Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey and I'll be guiding you through this gentle yoga practice. For today's practice, you'll want to have with you 1 or 2 yoga blocks and a yoga strap. If you don't have those items, you can just simply find other household items of similar shape and size, or simply skip that posture or modify to not use the strap or blocks and join back in when you're ready. Go ahead and get what you need for your practice, and I'll meet you lying on your back in Shavasana. Begin to take a few slow breaths in and out through your nose. Allow your arms and legs to go wide away from your body as they start to settle into your mat. Your shoulder blades tucked beneath you. Create a little bit of length at the back of your neck. Let go of any external distractions that are drawing you away from your mat today. Instead, use your breath as a tool to stay focused on this very moment. Witnessing the belly rise up towards the sky with each breath in, and settle back down towards the earth with every breath out. Inhale, belly rise. And exhale, belly falls. Continue with that same slow rhythm of breath. Start to awaken the fingers and toes. You take a few rotations through your wrists and ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Draw the right knee in towards your chest, interlacing your fingers around your knee, hugging it in close. Create a little bit of length up the left side of your body. Draw the left knee in to meet the right, hugging both knees in close. Find some length up your low back. Keep your left leg drawn in. We're going to extend the right leg long to the bottom of the mat. Reaching through the right heel, draw the right toes towards your face. Draw your right knee in towards you. Both knees squeezed in close. We'll allow the soles of your feet to find the floor. Knees are bent. Make the capital L shape with your hands so that fingers are extending up towards the ceiling. Thumbs point in towards the center. Start with your palms of your hands facing your thighs. And then as you lower the palms of your hands towards the floor, slide your thumbs into your hip creases. So right where your thighs meet your pelvis, you're going to slide your thumb in there with the fingertips reaching towards your heels. Start to press the thumbs into that area to lengthen through your low back. On an exhale, soften and release. With a big breath in, press firmly into your hip creases, lengthening the sits bones towards the bottom of the mat. Exhale, let it go. We're just looking to create a little bit of space in the low back here. Big breath in, find some length, pressing firm. Exhale to soften. 3 more big breaths on your own. As you finish yours, hug the knees in once again. Maybe this time taking a gentle rock from side to side. Find your center. Let the soles of your feet come onto the mat. Reach for your block. If you don't have a block, this can be a folded up towel, a pillow, a yoga bolster. We're going to press down into the soles of the feet. Lift your hips up and slide your prop beneath the hips. Take a few moments to get situated where it can be comfortable and supportive without really digging in. Slide your shoulder blades beneath you, creating a sense of openness in front of your chest. We're just taking a few breaths in a supported bridge pose. Option to walk the heels in a little bit closer towards the block if you like, just making sure that the knees are pointing the same direction as your toes. They're not splaying out to the sides. Allow your belly to be soft, moving freely with breath. You have the option to remove the block at any time that this becomes uncomfortable or is not working for your body. We're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers around the right knee. Start to slide your left heel towards the bottom of the mat, working towards a straight leg, with the left heel placed softly on the floor. Create length from the left heel to the top of the head as you hug the right knee in towards you. It's okay if you need to have a little bend in the left knee, or if you feel the heels a little bit lifted up off of the floor. You can also try placing a smaller prop beneath the heel, like a knee pillow, folded up face cloth or hand towel. Every breath in, create length of the entire left side body. Without losing that length on the exhale, hug the right knee in closer. Stay here in the center, or you can slide your left foot to the bottom left corner. start to direct the right knee over towards the top right corner of the mat, as if you're showing the inseam of the right pant leg to the sky. Creating as much distance as you can from the tip of the right knee, the left pinky toe. While maintaining even weight in both left and right hips, you're going to feel the weight try to tip over onto the right side. Can you bring a little more into the left hip? Back through center with the right knee. The left leg extended long. Reach for your strap. We're going to loop that over the big toe mound on the right foot. Remembering that you can come off of the block at any time. With the strap over the right foot, we're going to send the right foot up towards the sky. Left heel still reaching for the back of the mat. If it becomes too much, you can also bend the left knee. Keep reaching the right hip away from your shoulders and down into your block as the right heel reaches to the sky. Few breaths, maybe you're able to get a little more depth into your stretch. Reaching the toes a little bit closer to the room behind you. Take both ends of your strap into the right hand. Send your left hand onto your left hip, encouraging it down into the block. Don't let that left hip lift up. We're going to start to open the right leg up to the right side of the room. Option here, if you have a second block, you can bring it underneath of the right thigh for some added support. As long as you're feeling a stretch up the inner right thigh. You stay focused on reaching your left heel to the bottom of your mat. Really allowing the front of the left hip and left thigh to open up in this stretch too. Back through center. Just taking another few breaths here in the center. Maybe you're able to find more depth. Start to bend the right knee, release your strap, and hug the right knee in towards you. Extend your right arm long at your side. We're going to come into a mini twist here, so just being really mindful not to fall off your block. Crossing the right leg over towards the left. You can always lift your hip. Adjust your block for a little more support to the left side if you need. But just pausing when you start to feel the edge of the block into the glute muscles on the left. Just acting as a little bit of myofascial release. Breathe into that tension. You can support the right knee with the left hand, or you can use your second block. Come back through center. Draw the left knee in to meet the right. Just taking a few breaths here with the knees hugged in towards your chest. Adjust your block if needed. And then we'll extend our legs out towards the sky. Bring your hands onto the floor, let your palms face up. So reaching both soles of the feet up. Straightening your legs. And allowing the block to support the weight of your body. So the legs can stay lifted effortlessly. Return to the slow rhythm of breath in and out through your nose. Bend your knees, hug them in towards your belly. Take hold of the left knee, extend the right leg long this time. With the right leg extended, bring the heel towards the floor. And continue to hug your left knee in. Wind relieving pose with elevated hips. Start to slide the right foot to the bottom right corner. Guide the left knee towards the top left corner. You can either keep holding on with your hands or you can bring it into the left elbow crease. Just making sure to keep that right hip pressing down into your block. Always the option to use your right hand to do so. Slide your right leg back through center. The left leg will follow. Reach for your strap. Loop it over the left toenails and start to send it up towards the sky. Using the strap to draw your toes towards your face as the heel continues to reach up. the toes of the left foot to be pointing towards the room behind you, not in towards the center. A lot of times we come into an internal rotation here. See if you can take a little bit of an external rotation. Make sure that the toes are pointing behind your head, not over the right shoulder. Left hip is pressing down into your block as you draw the toes towards the floor behind your head. Stay active through the right leg. Keep breathing. Bring your straps into your left hand. Place the right hand on your right hip. Use that right hand to weigh down the right hip. Start to open the left foot up towards the left side of the room. Option to use your block for support. Maybe bringing it onto its tallest setting to support the left thigh. Just making sure the left foot is reaching over to the left side of the room, but also towards the left shoulder. So it's kind of coming up and then over, not just over to the side. Keep reaching through the right heel. Can you play with the height of your toes, maybe pointing them a little bit closer towards the floor with a deep flex in your ankle. See where you feel the stretch most. Left leg back through center. Pause for a few breaths in the center. Maybe you're able to find a little more depth. Gently bend your knee. Release your strap. The left knee is going to hug in towards you. We're going to prepare for our twist, so if you need, you can adjust your block a little bit more over to the right side. Lengthening through our body first, and then start to gently cross the left knee over to the right. Left arm can relax at your side. Just pause at that point that you start to feel the block kind of poking into the right glute muscles. Find a few deep breaths in and out of your belly. Back through center. Draw the right knee in to meet the left. Give them a squeeze. And then lower the soles of your feet onto the floor. Lift your hips up. Remove your block. Walk the feet to the edges of the mat and just take a few little Dips from side to side with your knees, swaying the hips from side to side. Then extend your legs long to the bottom of your mat. Take a mini shavasana here. Scanning your body from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. Just noticing any subtle changes from when you first landed here on your mat. Slide the legs together at the bottom of your mat. Bend through your knees. Bring the right arm up overhead and roll over onto your right side body. You can draw your knees in close towards you, rounding through your back. Just take a few deep breaths into your back body, allowing it to expand in all directions. When you feel ready, rising up to a tabletop position. As you come to land in your tabletop position, just take a few sways from side to side, sending one shoulder to your hip and then the other. Pause in the center. We're going to move through a few cat and cow. Take a big breath in, lift your tailbone, belly's going to drop. Pull your heart forward, lift it up for cow. On an exhale, scoop your tailbone beneath you. Hollow out your chest as you look down towards your belly. Big breath in, lifted tailbone, belly drops, heart pulls forward and up. Exhale for cat, rounded spine. Look to the belly. Take 3 more at your own pace. Land in a neutral tabletop. If ever it becomes uncomfortable being in a tabletop position, you can always come up onto fists if you have sensitive wrists. You can bring your knees to rest on a folded towel or blanket if that's helpful. We're going to extend the right leg long behind us. Tuck your toes and allow them to find their place on your mat. Start to send the right heel down towards the mat as if you're stepping your entire sole of your foot onto the floor. The right heel is directly in line with the toes, pointing towards the back of the mat, not towards the left back corner. We're looking to find a stretch here at the back of the right calf, so play with the weight in the toe mounds to the pinky toe side, maybe a little more weight on the big toe side. See where you feel that stretch most. If ever it's becoming too much, you can just send a little bit of weight forward and then shift it back when you're ready. Send some weight forward, shoulders are over the wrists. The right toes can stay tucked here for a minute. We're going to pick up that left foot. And we want the left knee to be able to pivot freely on the mat. So you want to make sure that you're not gripping the left foot to the ground. If your mat is too grippy, you're not able to pivot, just join back in however you need. Transitioning whatever way works best for your body today. The left leg lifted, we're going to start to walk the hands over to the right, pivoting on the right foot as well so that the right toes now face the long edge of the mat. And we're walking now to face the long length of your mat. The legs are going to be in a triangle shape. So the left knee still bent, the right leg's extended long. See if you can get your left hip over the left knee. This is a great place to utilize your blocks, bringing them beneath your hands for a little added height. Tuck your left toes behind you. We're going to start to send the hips back towards the left heel. Come up onto the right heel so that the sole of the right foot is facing the end of your mat. We're looking for a stretch up the inside, the underneath of the right thigh. Think about dragging the right heel towards you without actually moving the right foot. If you have a little depth to go deeper, you can untuck the toes. Maybe you're able to sit a little bit lower up with those hips. With or without your blocks, we're going to start to rise back up. You can tuck your left toes, bring your hands up onto your hips, rise up. Again, just checking in, you want the left hip over the left knee. Adjust your stance if you need. Pressing firm into the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Option to have a block over to your left side. We're going to take a big breath in and reach up. Find some length. As you exhale, bring your left hand onto your block at any height or all the way onto the floor. Right fingertips are going to reach up overhead. Keep pressing into that pinky toe side of your right foot. Breathing into your right side body. Rise up all the way. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath here. Let it go. Bring your hands down onto the mat. We're still in this kind of triangle shape with our legs. Left toes can be tucked or untucked. Bring some weight into your right hand. With a big breath in, we're going to reach the left fingertips high. Exhale, thread the left hand through as if it's trying to touch the right toes. Big breath in, lift up with the left fingers. Exhale, thread it through. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread it through, sliding the left arm over to the right. Let your left shoulder come to land on the mat. Top left corner of your head lands as well. If this isn't working, you're always welcome to bend the right knee, let it join the left, and stay in the threaded arm position. Right elbow can stay bent, or you can extend the right fingertips long. Maybe reaching over to the top left corner. Right hand slides back. Press firm through the right hand, big breath in, reach up. Exhale, left hand meets the right. Again, option to have your hands on the floor or on your block for this position. Having your hands on the block just creates a little more space for your body. I'm going to remove the blocks just so you're better able to see my legs in this pose. We're going to start to bend the right knee and heel toe your right foot in towards you. You can keep your hands on the ground. Again, I'm just coming up so you can see my legs. Left hip is over the left knee. Right knee is pointing towards the end of the mat, and so are the right toes. Think about opening up the front of your body so it's lined up with the long edge of your mat. You're welcome to keep your hands on the floor, on your blocks, or they can come up onto your hips like mine. Take a big breath in the center. As you exhale, we're going to start to send the right knee over the right toes towards the end of your mat. With a big breath in, we're going to rise back up and exhale to lower. This can be pretty challenging for people with knee issues. You can always have a rolled up towel to the inside this left knee, or you can choose just to skip this posture completely if it's not working for you. We're just going to take 2 more of these following your own rhythm of breath. And this time, as we lower down, we're going to hold the lower. So find your depth and hold. Keep that right knee pointing the same direction as the right toes. Squeezing your inner hips together as the outer hips reach out and back behind you. One more big breath here. Rise back up. Bring the right knee to meet the left. And turn to face the end of your mat. Take a few little sway of your hips from side to side. Land in the center. The left leg this time is going to extend long behind you. Tuck your toes. Let the toes find the mat as you start to send the left heel down towards the floor. Make sure that your legs are about hip distance apart. You don't have to be on a tightrope here. Keep a little bit of distance between your legs. Pressing that left heel as much as you can down towards the floor. Breathe into the tension that you feel up the left calf. Just a few more breaths on this side. From here, we're going to start to transition into the next position. You can shift your weight over your shoulders. We're going to want to pick up that right foot so that the right knee is able to pivot. If we grip down on our toes, we may cause injury to our knee joint. So just make sure the right foot is able to lift. Start to walk your hands over to the left. We're pivoting on the left foot, bringing the left heel down towards the floor. Left toes are now pointing to the long edge of your mat. Your right foot can come behind you like a kickstand. And we're finding our way into that triangle position with our legs. If you need to, you can shift the right knee so that it's underneath of the right hip. Fingertips can be on the floor or onto blocks. Tuck your right toes behind you. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, start to lift the left toes. We're going to bring the right hip down towards the right heel. It does not have to touch. And if you have room to go a little bit deeper, you can untuck the toes, bringing the hips a little bit closer to the floor. The left heel is firmly rooted, but you're thinking about drawing it in towards the left hip. Left toes continue to point up to the sky. Rise up again. We've got that same triangle shape of the legs. You can bring your hands up onto your hips, rise up all the way. Again, option for a block at your right side. Big breath in, reach up, find some length. On the exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor or whatever block the height makes this more accessible and enjoyable. Left fingertips are reaching up over your head, creating as much distance as you can from the pinky toe edge of the left foot and the left fingertips. Try not to let the right shoulder creep up into the right ear. You may have to lower your block. Maintain integrity through that shoulder joint. The front of your pelvis drawn forward. A lot of times we tend to sag and send our bum towards the right heel. See if you can keep your whole front body straight as if it's up against a wall. Big breath in to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath here. Let it go. And turning your hands onto the mat. Left hand's going to take the weight this time. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the right hand through towards the left toes. Big breath in, reach up, right fingertips. Exhale, thread it through. One more time, big breath in. This time, as we thread the arm through, we're going to land in our pose. So slide the right fingertips over to the left. Right shoulder finds the floor. Top right corner of the head as well. Option to bend the left knee, but join the right in tabletop if this isn't working for you. You can just stay in the threaded arm position. Left elbow can stay bent, or you can start to walk the left fingertips long. Maybe walking them over to the right behind your head. Keep pressing down through the entire length of your right arm. Walk the left hand back in front of your face. Press down through your left palm. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, let your right hand meet the left. Your hands can be on the floor or onto blocks. Or you can bring them up onto your hips at any time. We're going to heel toe the left foot in towards the center. So that the left heel is in line with the right knee. The left toes are pointing the same direction as the left knee towards the end of your mat. The front of our body is facing the long edge of the mat. Take a big breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, start to send the left knee beyond the toes over to the end of the mat. Try to keep your left heel pressing into the floor. Rise back up all the way. Exhale, left knee over to the left toes. Rise back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Again, always the option to use a rolled up towel or a small bolster beneath the knee for support here. And this time as we lower, we're going to hold the pose. So again, having something small underneath of the right knee is just going to take some of that weight for you, especially if you're feeling a little bit of discomfort in the knee joint. Always listening to your body. The left knee is going to want to start to sway in towards the center. Can you keep it open to the left? Back up. Left knee joins the right. Find your tabletop for a few little sways from side to side. We'll make our way down onto our back. Landing with the knees bent to begin. Take a few sways of the knees from side to side. Heel toe, the feet towards the center, knees are bent. Right foot's going to reach up towards the sky. Turn your toes to face the right side of the room. Bend your right knee, bring the pinky toe edge of the right foot to land on the left thigh. Keep squeezing the pinky toe edge of your foot into your thigh as the right knee reaches away from your shoulders. I'm looking for a stretch into the outer right hip and glute if you're not quite feeling it yet. You can draw the left knee in towards you, taking hold of the back of the left thigh. Lengthening through your low back. Tailbone heavy. Without shifting your left hip, draw the left knee in a little bit closer. The right knee a little further away. Slowly lower your left foot to the floor. Let the right foot join it. Left foot this time reaches up high. Turn the toes to the left. Bend the left knee, let the pinky toe edge land on the right thigh. Keep that right hip stable. You want to maintain length up your right side body. It may even help to keep your right hand there. With the right hand securing the right hip, maybe use the left hand to start to send the left knee away from you. You'll automatically feel the right hip try to creep up towards your shoulder, see if you can keep that from happening. Staying neutral through your pelvis. Option here to draw the right knee in if you can do so without shifting those hips. Taking hold of the back of the thigh or your shin. If you find that the tailbone, your pelvis is scooping up off of the floor, or maybe your shoulders are, try holding your strap between your hands and using your strap to support the back of your thigh instead. Just allowing your arms to rest more softly on the floor. You can relax through the right ankle, but we want the left ankle to stay flexed, left toes drawn towards your shin. Lower the right foot onto the mat and let the left leg join it. And one by one, extend your legs long to the bottom of your mat. Setting up your body for its final resting pose, Shavasana. As you come to land in Shavasana, let's take a few moments to make any adjustments you need to find comfort. Resist temptation to finish your practice here. Allow yourselves a few moments of stillness of breath. To scan your body. To notice the changes that have occurred throughout your practice. To absorb what it is the body is feeling in this moment. And to be really present in breath. Taking a long breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Take a big breath in through your nose and exhale through the nose. Feel your belly rise and fall with every breath. Each breath out, sinking you deeper and deeper into stillness. Each breath out, releasing any last remaining tension that your body might be holding on to. This practice of stillness and of breath will continue to be yours as long as you allow it to. I encourage you to every moment of that time. Take as many breaths as your patience will allow, and take one or two more beyond that. With such gratitude as always for you joining me in practice today. Namaste.